Well, earlier in the program, we visited St. Luke's Czech Catholic Shrine in a small town called Loma.
It's along the Oak Creek Trail that runs through a few communities in Butler County. Grace McDonald has more on Loma's history. Good morning, Grace.
Good morning. Yes, I had to dig deep a little bit for this story. What I know about Loma is from a document written by Monsignor Pleskotch and the families that live there. The little village of Loma sprang up when the railroad came to the area during the years 1876 through 1879. Almost all of the first Czech settlers resided in sod houses. The first thing built was a grain elevator with an office and a small store. Then a second elevator was built with a lumber yard and a hardware store. The village of Loma was officially platted by John Nabity on December 5, 1901. 12 years later, the Czech farmers built St. Luke's Catholic Church. The town also used to have a dance hall, a bank, and a tavern, as well as sets left over from a movie that was filmed there.
Back in the mid-90s, when they said they were going to come here to Loma, which was Snydersville in the movie, and shoot a movie about 3 drag queens who, traveling across the United States, had their car break down outside of a small little rural community. Yeah, so it was John Leguizamo and Wesley Snipes and Patrick Swayze were the 3 drag queens in it. And I mean, you know, a lot of people around here kind of went, "What? You know, what are we doing here in Loma?" But it was good. My parents came and met some of the people at some of the events that they had here. They were really good. There were a lot of locals in the handful of locals that had parts in the movie just as extras in the background and things like that. So I think a lot of people ended up enjoying the experience, even if it was kind of a culture shock for the small little rural community that we have.
The movie crews paid rent to set up their offices inside St. Luke's Catholic Church. With permission from the bishop at the time, the families in Loma used that money to fix up the church and refurbish it.
Grace, how can people visit St. Luke's Czech Catholic Shrine today?
That's a good question. Even though it's not a parish anymore, the shrine is under the care of volunteers and families that rely on donations. And these pictures are from the Centennial celebration. The next Christmas Mass will be during the 4th Sunday of Advent. People can reach out to the Holy Trinity Catholic Church in Brainerd. They hold Mass a few times a year in Loma, so I'll include their info in the web story.
Yeah, really an interesting area. I can remember when they had a restaurant there, a bar restaurant.
Yes, I heard about that.
Yeah, they had good food there and they had bands play. Not there anymore.
No.
But I do know people use the trail there, bike through the area, so it's still scenic for sure.
Yeah, it's a pretty area.
All right. Thank you, Grace.
Thank you, Grace.